So what brings everyone out here to this event?
So I've been holding some meet and greets, which to me is the primary mission, to be able to meet people, say hi, talk politics, and then it's also an opportunity for folks to, if they choose, sign Referendum 101, which I've talked a lot about on the show, and it would give voters an opportunity to weigh in on Senate Bill 5599.
Yeah, we're just glad to have Brandi Kruse host her, to meet people as a meet and greet, and to have the Referendum 101 available for folks to sign if they want to talk about parental rights.
I'm over here in Lacey today to sign this because we are stripping our parental rights away by letting the government take control of what our kids can and cannot do.
Well, I follow Brandi's podcast fairly regularly, and so the opportunity to meet her and sign the petition for parental rights is what brought me down here. I'm surprised that the protesters are basically protesting against something that isn't even correct. I have a feeling that they've never seen one of her podcasts. She's not against transgender youth. She's for parental rights. And I find her podcast very, very informative. And that's what brings me here. I understand she's not going to have a meet and greet up in Pierce County, although maybe in South King County here in the next few weeks. So Lacey's only 35 miles or so from my home in Puyallup. And so that's what brought me down here this morning.
Well, we heard that she was going to be out here to get this initiative changed, so we wanted to come out here and show our support for it and get our names out there to get this turned around, because it's getting to the point where we got to start protecting our kids.
Well, I'm in the United States Army. I spent 35 years in the military and 29 years active, and I'm running for County Commissioner 5. This is my district. I do not want this stuff going on in my district. I want parental rights, and I want them to stop hiding kids, especially homeless kids. The county just spent over $20 million on homelessness, and they're not taking anybody off the street, not writing up the programs to do that. A get well plan, there's no handout. They're all handouts, but no hand-ups. We need to combat this. We need to give the parental rights back to the adults, to the parents, which should have never left. It's nobody else's parental rights except for the parents to succeed in their quest to make sure that their youth is our future. Well, the initiative is just to allow the public to vote on what barely passed the legislature. And I think that's the democratic process. I don't, whether you're pro or whether you're con, you should have the opportunity to make your voice heard, and there's nothing like the ballot box to do that.
So one aspect of the initiative that they've actually talked about was that they're figuring that this is something that they should actually be able to self-identify by, but people who are looking at the initiative are saying that the process itself should be to allow people to vote on it. Do you believe that their argument that through the lens of self-identification politics, that their concern should outweigh the ability to vote on it, or do you think the opposite is true?
I'm not sure I understand the question, but I would say generally, I don't think anything outweighs the right of someone to vote. And to me, honestly, it is about giving voters and parents a choice. So if Referendum 101 makes it to the ballot in November and it fails, I'm fine with that, because who am I to decide that the will of the people isn't valid? So if the referendum's successful, we gather enough signatures before July 15th, and it gets sent to voters for the November ballot, and voters in Washington say, no, we like Senate Bill 5599, we want to keep it, then at the end of the day, voters got a choice, voters had a say, and to me, that's kind of the way the system should work. I think that this is a critical enough bill and a controversial enough bill that it is something voters should get a chance to weigh in on.
I I don't think the government should step in and make laws that allow the government to hide kids from their parents, no matter what, whether it was a trans situation or a non-trans situation. The government should just not be overreaching in those ways. And so if Washington State voters decide that's what they want to do, then I guess we'll have to live with that law, but the government should not be making those laws. Yeah.
You're not stripping the rights of the folks that are outside of Cutter's Point, whether you're gay or trans. You're stripping the rights of the parents and our duty as parents to keep these children safe. That's exactly why we're here today. It's our duty and it's our job as a parent to keep these kids safe. It has nothing to do with transgender rights outside. Absolutely not.
See if I quite understand the question, but as far as for parental rights, the government doesn't have any right to go ahead and take the children away from them. It's up to the parents. This never should have been signed by the governor as it was. This is a complete violation of parental rights. There's no reason the government should be trying to take over parenting for the adults. This is ridiculous.
I don't believe that anyone has the right to have others conform to their self-identification. So even if I did believe that, I would on principle say that the referendum should stand. That's a mechanism by which the people can vote on a House bill at the state level. So if you can get the signatures that are required, if that transgresses your personal morality, well, it doesn't transgress the law. So as a legal thing, yeah, I would support the referendum, regardless of my opinion on the rights of someone to identify as transgender, whatever they mean by that. Because I don't think they mean what they say they mean. They want you to engage in understanding. They want you to accept their worldview. And transgenderism is not real. And there's a lot of people like me that do not believe that it's real, and I'm not going to. I lived with a trans woman for the better part of a year, and it was never an issue because there was respect. And in that intimate setting, there was the way you carry yourself with someone isn't always political. So I'm not denying her, but she's not a woman. Although I refer to her as such because there's an existing relationship. But with these people, they want me to refer to them as, like, say, a man who wants to call himself a trans woman. They want me to refer to him as her, as from their position of authority, as opposed to entering into a relationship and negotiating these roles with each other the way that trans women live with.
Racism and discrimination, it's race, color, creed, natural origin, or gender. We had a person get up in front of the county commissioners and tell them that it's racist to call cannabis marijuana. That's stupid. They're trying to use the racism and discrimination as a woke, and they know nothing about it. As I said, I was a trained equal opportunity representative in the United States Army, and I combated that with individuals all the way up through my chain of command. As far as the choice of the children, it shouldn't be the choice of the children. As a kid, I was told that I had no choice up until I was 18 years old, and I would make those choices. I had my parents who had to sign at 17 and a half years in the military to make sure that to enter me in the military because I was not 18. You're continually taking away parental rights, and that's parental rights, especially in education, where they need the choices, and whether or not they have a different race, color, creed, natural origin, gender, or a religion, that needs to be held to the parents until the children get enough to the adult age where they can make decisions for themselves.
Thank you for that. That was nice and succinct. So, how do you take to the word cis? Do you believe it's actually a slur worth emphasizing?
In the shower this morning, I was listening to yesterday's Matt Walsh show where he went over the origin of that term, was created for someone who is an outright pedophile apologist. So the person who created that term for its use on us was someone who promoted that pedophilia should be normalized. And I believe they were some kind of sociologist or sexologist. So the term is a term meant to bring in a whole worldview with a bunch of loaded meanings created by a pedophile promoter. Yeah, I'm not going to be on board with that. Cisgender is not a real word. It's not a real thing. Trans isn't a real thing. If trans is real, cis is real. Trans isn't real, so cis is not real.
Yes. Yes, and the reason why is it's used in a controlling way. It's used to control. It's up to the person being slurred to determine whether it's trans or not. And it is used as a slur. It is used to other. It is used to differentiate.
So I've only heard a little bit about that. I don't know all the details on it. I am kind of tired of them changing the English language every time you turn around. You know, you have somebody, it's like you have to stay up to date on what's being changed for different slangs. This kind of needs to stop. I'm kind of tired of it.
And my second question on that was your take on Twitter banning the word cis?
Well, okay. Well, so it's also like, if they were going to have, like, how would I want to say this? Well, if they're going to ban words that are, you know, why can't we just say a man and a woman, people? That's all that's all there is.
Not quite sure yet. I'm still, once again, you know, the freedom of speech, you know, you should be able to put out what you want to put out on Twitter, YouTube, those kinds of things, without having all these restrictions put on it, you know, unless there's an obvious violation of the law, or put somebody's safety in jeopardy because of it. But they seem to think they can go ahead and ban whatever doesn't fit their agenda, and that needs to stop.
They're banning it. I think they're saying if you use it in an abusive manner, that you will be banned. But it's not banning the word and saying you can't use it. It's just how you repeatedly harass you're crossing boundaries. And that's social media.
God bless Elon Musk.
Yeah, I don't agree with Elon Musk calling it hate speech. I think that's a little weird and a little counter to his promises of free speech on Twitter, and I know that that's where the debate has been. The word cis doesn't bother me, and I don't think it is considered hate speech or bullying in any way. I know people use it as a way to say, like, oh, you're just cis, you don't have an opinion. So I think there's a lot of words people can use. If they have hateful intent, it's meant in a hateful way, but it's just a word. It doesn't bother me.
So I guess then that answers the second question about what your take on Twitter banning the word then was.
Yeah, I think it's heavy-handed. I think Elon Musk has said that he wants Twitter to be a free speech platform, and he actually has gotten a lot of criticism from conservatives and from libertarians who say that action, and don't get me wrong, I like some of what he's done with Twitter, but if you say it's going to be a place for free speech, I think he's been a little sensitive on certain aspects. I don't think banning the word cis makes a lot of sense from a free speech perspective.